In the great American classic, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Mark Twain, the author, created a boy who displays the definition of American character. The character Huckleberry Finn is the son of the town alcoholic who is abusive, the poorest excuse of a father. Huck does as he pleases for the most part. He finds food and rest where he can. Years of Huckleberry having to provide and defend against his father and society have made him strong. If you look deeper than Huck's outside appearance, this is easy to see. This is what Mark Twain, the author, is hoping you do. Twain leads you through the character of his books as Huckleberry's level of practical common sense and colorful way of viewing the world draws the readers in and creates compassion for his experience as just a child himself. All of these details of his character were so clearly created by Twain to draw the reader in and allow the readers to connect with the character of Huckleberry. In this doing, Twain makes the readers pause and elevate the more important underlying reason of this story: racism, society standards, along with judgments on others. Twain allows the reader to also question whether Huck is choosing escapism or flight. Why did American authors write about escapism? The fundamental purpose of escapist fiction is to comment on real world and explore the moral, social, political dilemmas that exist within through confronting temporary issues. Escapist fiction authors aim to shift conventional perspectives and real moral insight. This is exactly what Twain was doing in the story Huckleberry Finn. As the characters unfold in the American fiction novel presented for his character Huck, these were part of the American society and how society viewed others depending upon the color of your skin, the clothes on your back, if you were to go to church, who your father were, and if you were less in comparison because of it. Huck Finn does undoubtedly represent the great American character of our nation, which is to root for the underdog, dig deep, find the strength to do what's right, preserve in the face of the hardship, the dream of coming to America as a nation with the hopes that men and women are all created equally and all deserve the same respect and freedom. This novel was written in the 1800s. However, we still struggle and are viewed as the same standards today. As I, Mason Bench, mentioned in my author paper, the hypocrisy of society is just one of the topics that the author covers in this American classic. Huckleberry, this character, stands for independence and desire to defy social expectations with his own life, leaving an abusive father. Also, when he comes across Jim on the island, whether he should turn his friend, who is also a slave, in. Is Jim's life worth less than his own? Huck is faced with the moral. Huck chooses to forge his own path without giving a damn. What else thinks that grit and perseverance are also two qualities that go hand in hand with anyone's description of American character. In talking with a local historian who has done a lot of genealogy and actually is a member of the first families of Guernsey County dating back to the 1800s, Rose Stewart's define the American character.
I believe that true American characters, I feel, is the ability to be resourceful in your own surroundings and to be self-reliant and also be helpful to others in their own community. Through creativity and inventiveness, we can all have adventures in our own small towns or across our country and the world.
In Chapter 7, as Huck finds himself being abused again by his drunken father, he states,
I got to thinking that if I could fix up some way to keep Pap and the widow from trying to follow me.
In this chapter, Huck makes his great escape. He hatches a plan to stage his own death and disappearance. Huck begins to pack his hidden canoe, and in doing so, Twain develops the character of Huckleberry Finn as a young boy full of American character set into life, and the river all on his own against all odds in the face of uncertainty.
I took the sack of cornmeal and took it to where the canoe was hid, and shoved the vines and the branches apart and put it in. And I took a dipper and a tin cup and my old saw and 2 blankets. It was about dark now, so I dropped the canoe down the river under some willow that hung over the bank and waited for the moon to rise. I made fast to a willow. Then I took a bite to eat, and by laid down in the canoe to smoke a pipe. I was pretty tired, and the first thing I knowed, I was asleep. When I woke up, I didn't know where I was for a minute. I sat up and looked around, a little scared. Then I remembered the river miles and miles across.
Happy.
Go.
Mrs. Rose Stewart, how would you define an American character?
I guess I would define an American character as someone who has a positive attitude, um, cares about other people in their community and those around the world. Someone who's ambitious, um, tries to make a better place of where they live and take care of others. Someone who's adventuresome. Um, I think that covers the basics.
Do you think Huckleberry Finn fits that description of an American character?
Definitely. He has a unique personality. He does show in the writings that he cares about other people, and he is definitely adventurous. Um, he's interested in not only his own community but in the world. So I would say he's a good example of a American character, a positive American character.
All right. Thank you.